Hi everyone, welcome to Thursdays where we create movement for our Ascension body in order to kind of get out of that stagnant mode that you might be in, get your circulation moving, get the oxygen moving through your blood in order to help us bring in this beautiful light and get rid of the darker, dense energies that we've been carrying. So today's pose that we're going to do is called Child's Pose, and it's a common yoga position. And I'm going to just walk you through a few different ways to do this posture. I'll give you some modifications, and I hope that you'll try it out at home. Some of you might already be familiar with it, but you might learn something new because I'll show you a couple different options. Okay, so Child's Pose is about doing a compression in the low part of your body and a big expression in the upper part of your body. When you compress anything and bring it kind of tight and together, what happens is you shorten the muscles and tighten everything. And then what happens is when you open yourself back up, a lot of fresh oxygenated blood will move into those parts of the body. Now, what we're going to be compressing is from the hips down. So you're going to be doing that with the hips, the knees, and the ankles. The legs are going to be basically hips over the ankles. And when you do this, if you get pain in the hips or in the knees or in the ankles, then the idea is to create space in those joints. And the way that you can do that is by bringing in some props. So I'm just going to show you a variety of different things. You can take anything that has width to it, okay, a block, some kind of bolster of some type. And if you've got tension, if you feel pain in the hips and the knees, then what happens is you want to bring the tension out because it's the compression of sitting back on them that causes the problem. So you can take something and pick yourself up and put it back here on top of the calves and then sit back on it. Okay, that creates space in the back of the knees, and then you're not compressing everything all the way down. If that's too much and you don't need that much, then what I usually suggest is take a block or some books even and put it underneath. Go this way so you can see. Put it underneath like this and then sit back on it. Okay, that's still going to create some space in the back of your knees. If you don't have any pain or anything like that whatsoever, then again, you don't need the prop. You can just sit all the way back. Now in Child's Pose, you don't have your heels on the outside of your hips. You're actually sitting straight onto them. But here's the thing, you can open the knees as wide as you like. Some people like to bring everything together, get it super, 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 super tight, and that's fine. That's a big compression. But if you like the openness to really kind of open up in the inner hamstrings into the inner thighs, then please do so. Now, here's the thing. We're going to be opening the front part of the chest and opening the back of the spine, even though we're compressing everything down here on the bottom. Some people need a prop for this. Maybe if you're trying to lean over like this, you don't have... you may not have the flexibility of your spine to be comfortable like that, and you need the floor to be up higher. When that's the case, you can bring these props in order to bring the floor up higher, which brings your chest now to here instead of all the way down to here, right? Okay, so you can bring something like a bolster, maybe a big pillow. Again, blocks come in handy, books. Think about your forehead too. If you say you have, another thing that I've seen is sometimes people have the flexibility, but their neck needs to be in line with their spine. And so they'll bring a block in and let your forehead rest on the block. Anytime you put your forehead against something, it takes all the pressure out of the back of your neck. Note to self, okay? All right. So that's Child's Pose. You're basically leaning over, whether you're on a prop or not, and you let your head relax down. I like to do some little tweaks with this pose. I will hang out there for about 5 minutes in that posture. But I also like to get some stretching in while I do it. So sometimes in order to stretch the muscles, like the triceps, stretching these muscles, I'll keep the elbows on the ground and place my hands back here. That's a really nice stretch. All through the serratus muscle, coming straight down through your elbows and even into your forearms. Another option is when you've got your arms out like this, if you've got shoulder issues, you may have to bring your arms in like this and then place your forehead in your hands. Okay, that's an option too. I like to get side stretches in, so I'll reach my arms over as far as they'll go, and then you can stretch the side body, and then I'll come back to center and then go the other way. Okay, so your lower body isn't moving at all during this. This is just upper body movement. But initially, child's pose is just basically like this. Compression in the low body, big expansion in the upper body. Whenever you get to the place where you want to just kind of relax and hold it, this is my suggestion. Imagine that you could breathe in through the back of your lungs. So if you've got your body here, or maybe again, you're doing a modification you've got like this, imagine you could breathe in through the back side of your body. Like you're taking in sunlight, oxygen, maybe pulling in love, and then push it out through your body, the front part of your body, and back down into Gaia. And that's a really nice movement. Okay, in through the back side of the spine, out through the front side of the spine. All right, so that's our little pose for today. I hope that you will try that at home and enjoy. Have a good week. Bye.